Katharine Hepburn had a career that spanned 6 decades, and even after her retirement, her films were watched and loved by many. She passed away in 2003, and even 20 years later, we continue to watch her films and admire her performances. Apart from her great acting prowess, she was also known for breaking stereotypes by taking on roles that didn't conform to traditional gender norms. She gained a lot of respect, fame, and notoriety both on and off camera. Her relationships and personal life were always scrutinized, as was the fact that she didn't have any heirs. She died 20 years ago, and now we know why she never had children. Katharine Hepburn's early life and career. Katharine Hepburn was born May 12, 1907, in Hartford, Connecticut. She had 5 siblings, but still managed to stand out in the family. Her father, Thomas, was a urologist. Her mother, Katharine, was a feminist activist. Katharine enjoyed a privileged upbringing. As a result, her parents didn't put pressure on her that other children might have had. She was encouraged to explore her interests and follow her passion, a rare thing for many children, but especially rare for a young lady. She found her love in acting and began acting in school plays. This was enough for her to realize that this is what she wanted to pursue as an adult. In 1924, she enrolled at Bryn Mawr College in Pennsylvania, where she studied acting. She was a dedicated student, but her personality was at odds with the conservative ethos of the college. Nevertheless, she inspired many female classmates, much to the chagrin of the staff. Upon graduating, she decided to pursue a career in theater. She made her Broadway debut in 1928 in the play Night Hostess and received a lot of praise for the performance. This one play was enough for her to start receiving roles in Hollywood films. Her early film career, however, had a rocky start. Her first few movies, such as A Bill of Divorcement and Christopher Strong, weren't particularly popular. Nevertheless, she didn't give up. It all paid off when she starred in the film Morning Glory. This film snagged her an Oscar for Best Actress, and her career continued up from there. After that, it was hit after hit, as she starred in great films like The Philadelphia Story, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and On Golden Pond. But it wasn't just her films that brought her fame. The type of character she played, and her personality and views off camera also led to her fame, as well as a bit of notoriety. Katharine was known for her unconventional beauty and distinctive style. She often wore pants, which was considered a bold fashion choice for women at the time. And her natural elegance and confident demeanor made her a trailblazer in both fashion and women's empowerment. She was also known for her strong personality and outspoken views. She was unafraid to challenge societal norms and was a vocal advocate for women's rights. Her independent streak and refusal to conform to Hollywood's expectations made her a loved figure and an inspiration. But many observers have also said this led her to her relationship woes. Katharine's life achievements. Katharine has certainly left behind an unparalleled legacy in the film industry with her remarkable talent, unforgettable performances, and outspoken personality. One of her early successes was Bringing Up Baby, released in 1938. This was one of the great screwball comedies directed by Howard Hawks. In this classic film, Hepburn portrays Susan Vance, a free-spirited socialite who becomes entangled in a series of hilarious misadventures with a paleontologist played by Cary Grant. She won praise for her comic timing and her ability to work alongside Mr. Grant, one of the biggest stars of the time. Another iconic film of hers, released in 1940, was The Philadelphia Story. It was directed by George Cukor. It's a romantic comedy in which Katharine plays Tracy Lord. Once again, she acts alongside Cary Grant, but also James Stewart. In this film, she managed to balance comedy and drama and even garnered an Oscar nomination for her acting. While she didn't win, it was a testament to how incredible she already was. Another great performance was next to Humphrey Bogart in The African Queen, directed by John Huston and released in 1951. The film takes place during the First World War. Katharine plays Rose Sayer, a serious missionary who gets stuck with a riverboat captain played by Humphrey Bogart. They couldn't be more opposite, yet made one of the best on-screen couples of all time. This adventure film remains a masterpiece to this day. One of the bravest films in her career was Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, which was released in 1967 and directed by Stanley Kramer. This film paired her with Spencer Tracy and they both played parents to a young lady who was in an interracial relationship. You have to remember, this was in the 1960s, and interracial marriage was still a crime in parts of the U.S. It was a bold decision, and the film won Hepburn and her colleagues a lot of praise. It was one of many where she starred alongside Spencer Tracy, and the two had quite the story outside of their professional career. She married Tracy in 1941, and they remained married until his death in 1967. Their collaboration in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner was the final film they worked on, but the story of their relationship never seemed to come to an end. Despite such a long marriage, they didn't produce any children. While this is becoming more common today, it was practically unheard of at the time, and one couldn't escape rumors and nasty gossip because of it. She died 20 years ago. Now we know why she never had children. We all know Katharine Hepburn lived a nonconformist life marked by independence. One of the most controversial decisions she made for the time was not having kids. She had given interviews early on in her career stating that she had no desire to become a mother, as she felt she'd do a bad job. She also felt she valued her career and didn't want to balance the responsibilities of a family. While this might not cause a stir today, it certainly did at the time, and she received a lot of criticism for that decision. Her marriage to Spencer Tracy was also the source of much speculation. There was a question of whether he wanted to have children with her, being married for 26 years. There was also rumors that their marriage wasn't real. It was legitimate, but maybe more for show. This is due to rumors that Tracy had to hide his sexuality from the public, which would have been harmful to his career at the time. But alas, rumors continued to persist. But he wasn't the only one burdened with such gossip. There were also discussions on whether Katharine Hepburn herself was also gay. Not wearing traditional female attire at the time was unheard of. It's believed she had romantic relationships with different women, including close female friends of hers. These rumors remain rumors, and it's best that we bury the speculation. Katharine Hepburn retired from acting in 1994 and largely withdrew from public life. She died in 2003, and 20 years later, we're still talking about her life and career. That's because her influence continues to live on, and will likely live on many years to come. She decided to forego a life as a mother, but in return left a legacy of great performances behind, and for that we can only be thankful. While rumors and gossip about her personal life won't die down, this thankfully is overshadowed by her remarkable talent. Now it's time to hear from you. Are you a fan of Katharine Hepburn? Did you know about her personal life and marriage to Spencer Tracy? What's your favorite Katharine Hepburn role? Let us know in the comments section below.